The cacao has been here for about 6 months now. It's growing really well, and as everything else grows really well, we have lots of weeds. The traditional way to take care of the weeds would be to use glyphosate, or in Spanish glifosato. And because this is an organic farm, we're going to be using this, I don't know what you call it, machete thing. And we're going to show you how we, my cameraman is trying to tell me what it's called in Spanish, but I can't read his lips. But anyway, we're going to just give a little panorama of the mountains where we are. We're on the coast of Ecuador, and we're about 8 miles in from the Pacific Ocean. And I'll show you the process for clearing the weeds in a non-chemical way. It's laborious, but the results are really good. So this, we've got one cow plant here, and then about 4 feet we have another one here. This is the one that I'll show you how our process for cleaning. It's about 90 degrees here. It's not quite so humid yet. It's not midday, but it's going to get to be about 95 degrees. It's probably 80 degrees now. It's important to wear a lot of clothes because of the ants and who knows what else is in here. So anyway, let's get started. I'm also looking, there's a watering tube, so I want to make sure that I don't cut the tube, and I'm going to cut into the tree because I don't want to pull the tree. Here's the watering tube here. I'm going to go under and over the tube carefully.
How many distance for the half the circle?
I'm gonna probably do 2, maybe 3 feet. And later, when we get the whole row cleaned up, then we'll have somebody come in with a weed whacker, and they'll take care of the middle part of the row. And we've got about 4,000 trees, so we've got somebody out here all the time doing this. During the course of the month, and then when they get to the end, then it just repeats. I like this better than the actual machete because I have more control with this. And when I'm near this, I like to pull away from it so I don't accidentally put a hole in this. We spent about a month fixing all the holes that have been put in from people doing this process. During the building out of the cacao, whenever they fall a tree, they like to leave the tree here so that over the years it will put in the ground its nutrients. They prefer not to burn so that the tree takes more time to decompose. And I need to find where the tree is. Okay. I'll put this back. Okay, I'm looking to see where the hose is and then pull. Okay, we're done with the circle. And then once we're done with the circle, we will take the vines that are growing up the tree. I'll take those off. Okay. Again, rather than pulling, I'm kind of pushing into the tree, not to pull it too hard. Then in the next rainy season, we're going to start planting some citrus trees in between the cacao. This was an old cow field before, so there was no trees here, just a lot of weeds, so we're replanting. But we don't want to have a monoculture, so we're putting in the citrus trees. So we'll put in lemons and limes and probably bananas, which obviously aren't citrus, and some tangerines and oranges.
Mango.
And mango we'll put in also. Okay, so we got that done. Now, just very carefully start taking the vine off the tree. And some people, if they're in a hurry, they like to pull, but you really can't pull or you're going to damage the new leaves on the cacao. So you just kind of have to unwind it. If it gets a little bit long, I just like to cut it and continue. Last night we watered the plants. This is one of the hoses, and this is the little dropper where the water comes out. So we let that go for about 3 hours, and it gives the roots water, and then they'll grow into the space where the water's located. And then after the trees get a little bit larger, if they're out to here, then we'll put a couple more droppers wider so that it will take care of the longer roots. And we're almost done here. That one goes. Let's see. And just want to make sure everything's gone. And then we'll be back on this plant in about a month and do the same thing over again. But now we have our little baby plant ready to grow some more without some weeds.